There we go. Okay. So good morning, all. Welcome to Wednesday. It's a 1-hour gentle Kripalu yoga class. It's Judith, and welcome to all of you. Thank you for being here with us. The props we use in this class are basically a yoga mat. You could substitute that with a folded blanket or beach towel on a carpeted surface if you don't have a mat. Some more props, which would be lovely to have available, would be yoga blocks. These are the styrofoam versions. If you don't have those, you could substitute with 2 canned goods of equal size and weight, perhaps, maybe with some washcloths on top to cushion your hands. This is a standard yoga strap. If you don't have one of these, this is really easy to substitute with a scarf, a dog leash, a belt, a bathrobe tie. I've rolled up a towel here. It's sort of an impromptu little bolster affixed with rubber bands, very elegant. And then this squishy mat, but you could use small cushions or blankets from the bed, the sofa, perhaps. This is optional. If you have hand weights, would like to have those available. This is a set of 1-pounders, nothing heavier than 2 pounds for this class, please. And then last but not least, our friend, the chair. So we can use the chair. This is a standard metal folding chair. You can use it for balance and standing, or you could also use a wall or a piece of furniture for balance. And we also sit in the chair and make moves in the chair. No wheels and preferably no arms in your chair. Just work with what you've got. And then if whatever's being offered does not work for your body, you know the drill. You could modify. I modify on one side for my shoulder problem, or you could do something else like another posture, or you could skip it altogether. So bear that in mind. You are in charge. Listen to what the body and the mind are saying, and all should be well. We can have questions at the end if you have questions. So let's start with the feet about shoulder width apart. We're going to start swinging the arms like empty coat sleeves. This is a nice, gentle way to wake up in the morning. If you wake up in the morning and you're still groggy, tight, stiff, this is a nice way to just loosen things up, getting the blood flowing. So you're twisting and you're looking over the shoulder to the wall behind you for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, remembering to breathe, 3, 2, 1. Let's go up here under the shoulder blade here, the collarbone, the clavicle. And with a soft fist or perhaps the heel of the hand, you're going to tap right under the clavicle. That's lung point 1 in reflexology for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep twisting and turning. Now you're going to pat yourself on the shoulder. That's the back point of the lung for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly unwinding. Don't just abruptly stop. Let's take the feet underneath the hips here. And let's just do some shaking like a tree here. So we've had lots of heavy winds here in Santa Fe. So those trees were shaken. Yeah, dust storms and wind advisories. So shaking your tree, releasing tension, stress, anxiety. When animals are traumatized, they shake. We're going to shake. Let's use this as an opportunity to just move the body in any way that feels good. For 8, a little meditation in motion. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, shake it. 2. Big full breath. 1, Very nice. And then slowly, slowly bringing it down to stillness. Nice and easy. Maybe the feet could be about shoulder width apart here. Let's bring the arms up. Inhale up, stretch the fingers to sky. Exhale, press the arms down by the side of the body. Inhale up. Exhale, press. So stretching to sky, pressing it down into the earth for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's go ahead and relift the arms as we climb the invisible rope attached to your ceiling. You're going to keep the chest square to the front of your space for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Arms can come back down around. Let's interlace the fingers behind the back of the body. So here we're going to stretch the arms away as best you can. They're not comfortably resting on the bum. We're going to stretch them away. And we're going to just take those fists over to that right hip. Now try not to torque off to the left. So you're trying to keep your chest square to the straight edge of your mat or facing your screen for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down through center. Now the fists rest on the left hip. Try not to torque off to the right. Chest is square to the front of your space for 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch the arms away back to center. You might want to stay right here. If you want more challenge, cross right foot outside of left foot. Now you're squeezing the thighs together here. The arms are stretching away. This may be plenty to help balance. If you want more challenge, tuck the chin, and we're going to go forward, 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 into a forward fold until you come to a sticking point. And there you will stop. 3 big breaths at the bottom. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Loading up slowly. Elevator ascending, nice and easy. Unwinding the legs, unwinding the arms and the fingers. Shake everything out. Very nice. Re-engage back behind, except this time the opposite thumb will be on top. So it will feel awkward, perhaps. Doesn't feel like your normal grip. You might want to stay here for balancing, or you can cross the left foot outside of the right foot. Both feet are flat. The legs are squeezing together. The arms are pushing away, opening the chest. Maybe you want to stay right here. If you'd like more challenge, tuck the chin, going forward, 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 till you come to a sticking point, and there you will stop. 3 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then floating up nice and slow. There's no rush. You need to avoid the head rush. Unwind legs, unwind arms and fingers, shake everything out. How was that one? Oh dear. Let's go ahead and grab. If you don't have blocks, you might have a chair so you could turn the chair around so that you're facing the chair seat. That would give you something to place your hand or your arm on. Maybe you need it, maybe you don't. So let's take the legs wide. The toes point out 30 to 45 degrees. We'll just start with some nice squats here. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 8, or as many as you can manage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay down on 1, little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's stay in the squat. Lift right heel, place it down. Lift left heel, place it down. Shifting the weight side to side. Imitating your monster fantasies here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay down in this big deep squat. Right forearm comes to right thigh. Maybe you want to rest your hand, maybe on a chair seat, maybe on a block. Now the left leg goes straight. So you're pumping into the right hip. You're not letting the head dangle. You're engaging the abdominals. Little pumps into the right hip. The left heel grinds into the earth. The toes point up to sky. Big stretch on that left adductor muscle for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And let's come back through center without rising up if possible. Left forearm can rest on left thigh. Right hand could rest on block or mat or maybe chair seat. And then that right leg is straight. Right heel grounds into the mat. Right toes point to sky. Big stretch on that right adductor muscle here. It tends to get overlooked. Little pumps into the left hip for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Very nice. Now you can take your block to the center if you're using that. Inhale, big squat. Exhale, straighten the legs. Bow to your mat. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten legs. Bow to mat. Let's do 8 or as many as you can manage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And let's just stay in this wide leg forward fold. I'm taking my hands to the mat. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Maybe some Mr. Ed lips here. Horse lips. Getting that face involved for 4. Maybe little sways side to side. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center. Let's heel toe the feet into the center or step the feet together. You can choose. And then the toes are pointing forward. The feet and legs are directly under the hips. A series of flat back lifts. Inhale, flat back lift. Squeeze the abs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do 4, 3. Don't dangle the head. 2, 1. And then coming all the way up, hands come to thighs. Let's just stack the bones as you come to standing, rolling the shoulders. Let's roll some shoulders now. Nice and gentle, opening the chest, recovering a bit from being upside down there for a while. And then let's go ahead and circle in the other direction. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and then shake everything out. Very nice. Let's work a little on the feet and the legs. So the feet can be directly under the hips. You might want to have a hand on your chair. In fact, I'll go get my chair now. Just in case we're going to move on to something else that needs the chair. So have your chair there. And what we'll do is the leg closest to the chair is the right leg. We're going to lift the left heel. And let's just start circling the ankle joint. The ankle joint is initiating the movement. You're standing tall on the supporting right leg. And let's go the other direction for 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel comes down, shake out both legs, recollecting, recalibrating. Leg closest to the chair is the right leg. You're going to relift left heel. Now it's going to be left hip and left ankle moving together. So it's inhale forward, exhale back, inhale forward. This is your dance move here. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Again, shake out both legs. Here we go. I'm using one hand on the back of my chair seat. Weight goes in the right leg. Left leg is straight, left foot is flexed. Slowly start swinging that leg. Your optimum lift would be up to waist height, but if it doesn't get there, just whatever your optimum lift might be for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly de-escalate. Don't just abruptly stop. And then that foot comes back to stillness. Let's shake out the feet and legs, and we'll go to the other side. So now the leg closest to the chair is the left leg. And you're going to stand nice and tall. Imagine that head is like a helium balloon floating up to sky. Shift the weight into the left leg and start circling the right ankle. Very nice. So again, it's the ankle joint that initiates everything. Leg and the thigh and the knee just go along for the ride. You're going to go the other direction when you find an opportunity. And you're remembering those LSD breaths, long, slow, and deep. And then placing the heel down, shaking out both legs, recollecting. And then again, the weight goes in the left leg. Relift right heel. Now it's right hip and right ankle together. Moving in a circle, inhaling forward, exhaling back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Shake out the legs and the feet. Weight goes in left leg. Right leg is straight. Right foot is flexed. And now we're going to go ahead and start swinging it. This leg might feel different than the other side. Just noticing, no self-judgment. For 8, 7, 6, or as many as you can manage. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Slowly de-escalate. Don't just stop abruptly. Nice. And now I'm going to take my chair off to my side. I'm going to put it back here. And I'll just have the opportunity to hang on to the back of the chair seat. Now, if you have hand weights and would like to add them in here, there's an opportunity. So we're going to start. I won't mirror you for this. So the right leg is going to go slightly farther forward. No, sorry. Left foot is going to come slightly farther forward than the right. I've got a hand on the chair back. We're going to come up on tippy toes, front and back. So you're balancing here on those tippy toes. And once you've secured that, start swinging the left arm, keeping and maintaining your balance on the tippy toes for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, slowly de-escalate with the arm, and then slowly let the heels float down. How was that side? Let's shake out the legs. Let's do the other side. So now the right foot goes slightly farther forward than the left. Make sure the legs feel wide enough so you feel stable. I've got my hand on the back of the chair seat, lifting up onto those tippy toes. And now the right arm starts swinging. No weight, one weight or two weights in the right arm. Keeping your balance for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly, slowly bring the arm to stillness. Slowly the heels come down. Very nice. Now from here, let's shake out the legs. Let's do a little bit more with weights if you'd like to do that. Let's see. Legs are wide. Let's go ahead and inhale, knees track over toes. Arms will be in front. No weight or one weight in each hand, palms face the midline. Inhale, exhale for flies. Inhale and exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the arms up, little pumps. Palms face the floor. 8, 7, drop shoulders away. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly bring them down, nice and easy. Maybe roll the shoulders twice in one direction and twice in the other direction. Oh, nice. Legs come together. I'll do this in profile. I'd say the feet should be maybe shoulder width apart, the toes point forward. We're going to bend the knees, and then the arms are going to come back up higher than the bum with no weight or one weight in each hand. The palms face the ceiling, squeezing the abs as you pump those arms up to the sky for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly coming down, very slowly coming to standing. Again, opening the chest. No weight, one weight, or two weights in each hand. You're going to interlace the fingers. So it's like a little bunch of flowers, except it's weights. And the legs are fairly wide. Let's go ahead and start circling with the arms, mixing up our witch's cauldron, circling it and breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Going the other direction, circling. So you got a very stable base, nothing moving from the waist down. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming slowly down to stillness in the center. Let's go ahead and the weights off to one side. I'm going to move the chair. If we have new people today and you have anxiety about getting down on the mat, this is a very quick tutorial. You can take your chair either on the mat or maybe back legs to where the wall meets the baseboard or the floor. Grabbing the sides of the chair seat. Most of the weight is in the arms. Shift the weight to one leg. Float one knee down. Second knee joins it, you're on the earth. To get back up, grab sides of chair, seat. Maybe the forearms want to be on the chair itself. If you assist one leg forward, if you need to do that, do that. Back toes are tucked. Weight goes in the arms. Inhale, press up, bum comes up. One foot under the chair seat, second foot under the chair seat. And you can use the back to come up slowly, avoiding the head rush. So that's how you get back up and down onto the earth. Let's go ahead and take our blocks to the narrow end of the mat. Maybe grab some water. It's a good chance to grab some water. And then we're going to face that narrow end of the mat. We'll do some swan dives, and then we'll go down into downward facing dog. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Come straight back up. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive. Lifting and pressing. Lifting and pressing. Last time, inhale. Come all the way down. Exhale, fingertips come to mat. Maybe they come to low blocks. Let's micro bend the knees left and right. Stretching out the low back. Big full breaths for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then legs come to stillness. Hands come to the mat or low blocks. Stepping into downward facing dog. The body is in a triangle shape. Arms are stretched forward. Fingers spread wide. Bicycle pedal the heels. Wag your dog tail. Oh boy, stretch out that back. Big full breaths for 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs come to stillness. Left foot comes in center of mat. Float right leg up into the sky. 3-legged dog. Little pumps with the standing leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot floats down to mat. Right foot comes to center of mat as left leg floats up. Pump with the standing leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot comes down. Knees float down to mat. Big toes together, knees wide apart. Press into child pose. So here's where I take my rolled towel. I tuck it behind my knees, and that creates more space. So as you press the bum back towards the heels, they might get a little closer to the heels. Arms could stretch forward on the mat, or arms could lay beside the legs. Forehead comes to mat. And if the forehead doesn't come to the mat, you could stack palms and rest the forehead there. Stack fist, rest the forehead there. Or low block, rest the forehead there. Oh. And here's an opportunity to just melt that body into the mat. Let's work on some 3-part Durga breath in the back body. Inhale, lower back, middle back, upper back. Noticing the pause at the top. Exhaling, upper, middle, lower back, squeezing out all the air and pausing at the bottom. Inhale, lower back, middle back, upper back, pausing at the top. Exhaling, upper, middle, lower back, squeezing out all the air at the bottom. 2 more just like that on your own. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. And then slowly rising up out of child's pose, coming into neutral table. Here's where I use my squishy mat to pad the knees. This feels appropriate because the knees don't seem to last forever, unfortunately. So neutral table is hips over knees, shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, fingers spread wide. Let's go ahead and do some cat-cow. So again, focusing your attention on the spine and the flexibility of the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, spread the sits bones wide. Exhale, arch and squeeze like a Halloween cat. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, arch and squeeze. So finding your own fluidity, your own rhythm, inhaling and exhaling. Be sure to squeeze those abs as you come on up. Oh. Couple more, just like that. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Let's take the hands up to those corners of the narrow end of the mat. We're going to go ahead and do some hip circling here. So finding your best expression of this movement, squeezing the abs, squeezing the butt. Nice circles with the hips. One more in this direction. And then let's circle the other way, breathing. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to neutral table. Now we're going to come into a modified plank. If you want to do a full plank, go for it. Otherwise, crown of head lines up with tailbone. We're going to just pause here, strengthening the upper body, the arms, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back out of it slowly, slowly. Let's come up, hands on the knees, and just shake out the wrist. Have a little wrist recovery. Very important. Absolutely. Now I'm going to take my mat and place it this way. And we're going to take, if you have the blocks, if you don't, you could use small cushions maybe, or rolled up towels or blankets. I'm going to take 2 blocks and place them behind me. And my 2 lower legs, the calves, are framing that block, those blocks. We're going to sit down. Now, some people may not need the blocks. You may only need 1 block. You may need no blocks. Some people can sit easily down in between their 2 heels. So then the idea is, once you've landed, you're going to take the legs and the knees together. And we're just going to allow ourselves to drop into a quiet place inside and notice where the energy has moved in the body. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And then coming back with eyes open, maybe the left fingertips can touch the mat as you just twist to the left with the top right arm. Coming back down, fingertips go to the right, left arm stretches to the right. I'm modifying on this one side because of a shoulder injury, and you should modify as you need. Very few of us have gotten through life without some kind of injuries, so we'll be extra kind to our injuries. Big full breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center, shaking out shoulders, whatever needs a little jiggle, a little wiggle. Let's take the palms facing down where the fingertips can touch each other. And now the arms are basically parallel to the earth. See if you can drop the shoulders away. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then back to center. Let's shake out the arms. Let's just do this. Arms come up, let them drop. Oh. Lift and drop. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Just give it a wiggle. Now let's come into goalpost arms, cactus arms, goddess arms in yoga. Inhale, twist to the right. Inhale and center, and then exhale as you twist side to side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to center. Let's close the forearms together, squeezing them. Slight round of the spine, not too much. Inhale. Open, maybe baby back bend. Look at the ceiling. Exhale. Exhale as you go forward. Inhale as you open. Oh. So just going to your optimum stretch, not your maximum. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. And then opening it, floating the arms down. Oh boy, shake out. Shake out those shoulders, shake out those arms. Now from here, we're going to shrug and drop. Shrug and drop for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then one more thing, let's reinterlace the fingers behind the back again, stretching the arms away. You might want to stay right here. Try not to have the hands resting on the bum. Open the chest, tuck the chin. You might want to stay right here. If you want more, tuck the chin. You're going to plant either the forehead or the top of the head into your mat as you draw the arms over the head or in that direction for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Folding back up to your sitting position, slowly, slowly, very gently. Oh, unwind the fingers, shake out the arms, and gently come off of your perch if you were sitting on blocks. Move those off to the side. You can have them handy, but move them off. And then here you might want to fold your blanket or a towel or maybe some cushions to sit on. Coming into easy pose, Sukhasana. Now, if easy pose isn't available to you, stretch the legs long. And if you have blocks, you can slide the blocks under the knees to create more support for the legs. So there's 2 options for this one. If you're in Sukhasana, the ankles line up one in front of the other. You might pull the flesh away from the sits bones. And then the blocks can prop the thighs. And then once you've organized the legs, the arms, let's start circling the rib cage, isolating those ribs one more time. Oh. So squeezing and soaking the internal organs with fresh blood, oxygen, chi, life force that animates us, our bodies, animates animals and plants, the whole world. Let's go the other direction. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Big full breaths for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Let's come back to center. Arms can float up. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to the right. Front hand rests on thigh, back hand by the hip. But slightly release here. We're in a twist. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms sweep through center. Inhale, exhale. Front hand is on thighs. Back hand is on hips. Slightly release from the seated twist, just a little bit. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. Inhale, slightly release. Exhale, squeeze and turn. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back through center. Inhale. Now the arms are going to go land right in the center, right in front of you. The palms press into the mat. The fingers are spread wide. So we're leaning forward here. We're opening up the hip creases. Maybe a static press is sufficient here, or maybe little wiggles or micro movements might feel good. You can experiment and see what feels good. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Tiptoeing hands over to the right. Oh, grounding through the left sits bones, especially now. And you could say hello to your knee and thigh. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Tiptoeing hands through center, over to the left. Now you're grounding through the right sits bones. Very nice. Little rocks. Maybe it's a static press. And say hello to your knee and thigh on this side. And say thank you. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to center. And let's tiptoe the hands back towards the body. If you had your legs crossed, reverse the position of the feet. Back foot in front foot in back. Inhale up. Exhale, going back to center. Hands land somewhere, rather. And the fingers are spread wide. And again, this could feel different. The cross of the legs might feel different or not. Few more breaths here in the center. And then tiptoe over to the right. Oh, breathing into back body, just as we practiced earlier. And then back through center, tiptoeing over to the left. Grounding through the right sits bones. Few more breaths on this side. Feeling the body stretch, melt, relax. Hands come back to center. Maybe you can tiptoe those fingers an 1/18 of an inch farther forward, but maybe not. So you're going to press the hands into the mat. Imagine there's a strap around your hips pulling you to the wall behind. You're dragging your hands along the mat in a static press. So it's like you're trying to drag the mat towards your chest. At the same time, you're resisting with the hips, and the crown of the head is pointing forward, shooting white light out of the top of the head. So we have an isometric press going here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly walking it back. No rush to get there. Very mindfully. Let's extend the legs long. Oh, yeah. Stretch them out. And then just shake out the legs. Let's go ahead and let's start tapping on this right leg. So I've bent the right leg. We're tapping on the lower legs, the calves and the shins. This is bringing blood to the surface. It's also stimulating the flow of the lymph. Logs along on its own. Let's go ahead and just rub the knee. Don't pound on the knee, please. Just bringing some warmth, tenderness to the knee. And then you can tap on the thigh. And then when that feels complete, you're going to take one of your hands and circle behind the back of this knee in a circular fashion. You see, the blood is pumped by the heart. The lymph doesn't have a pumping mechanism, so we're encouraging the lymph to move along. And then we're going to circle the other way. Lymph is responsible for immunity, fighting off all the nasties that we could breathe in or ingest. And then bringing that to stillness, let's just draw the energy up this leg 3 times. You can touch the leg or not touch the leg. It doesn't matter. We're moving chi, the life force up the leg. And then that feels complete. Let's go to the other leg. So we're going to start tapping the lower calf, the calf and the shin on the other leg. This should feel good. And then massaging gently the knee, just a nice little slide, a warmth on that knee. And then if you want to tap the thigh, absolutely. And then you're going to take one hand behind the back of this knee and start circling, encouraging the lymph to move on. And then we're going to circle the other way. Very nice. And then bringing the energy up the leg, start at the ankle, drawing it up the leg. You can either touch the leg or not touch the leg, nice and gentle. Dragging it up. And now we're going to take the legs in parallel. The hands can rest where it feels right, and we're going to flex and point the feet. So you're sitting tall. That's part of the challenge of this one. It's very easy to slump backwards, pointing and flexing the feet, spreading the toes as wide as you can, and then circling the ankles in both directions, of course. And then coming back, the legs are going to be a little bit wider apart. Now we're going to externally rotate both legs back to center, internally rotate both legs. You're still sitting tall. Internal and external rotation for 8, 7, 6, putting synovial fluid into the hips, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then just shake the legs out super quickly. And we'll see here. All right, we've got time. Good. Take one of your feet, doesn't matter which one, and we're going to do foot massage. So you're going to take your 5 toes, you're going to grab it with your hand, and you're going to start flapping your toes back and forth like you're fanning yourself on a hot day in the summertime somewhere. So you're flapping the toes back and forth. And when that feels good, you're going to start massaging each individual toe from the base of the toe all the way to the end of the nail. And you're going to send some love to each of your toes. So without our toes, it's really almost impossible to perambulate, obviously. And so don't forget the big toe. And if you find a tender spot, spend more time there. Once that feels complete, you're going to go underneath the toes and you're going to start rummaging around with your fingertips underneath the toes. We rarely go there, you know. So bringing blood in there, and then you're going to take 2 thumbs and start massaging the big toe ball mound and the little toe ball mound, working your way into the center. And then you're going to take each thumb down the outer and inner edges of the foot, and you'll also massage the arch. Then you're going to take all 10 fingers and work on the heel. And then you're going to take your little bird beak hands and do the top of the foot, just dragging those beaks along the top of your foot, maybe between the troughs of the bones, 26 bones in each foot. And when that feels complete, you're going to go to the ankle and you're going to do opposite, like you're wringing out a washcloth. So you're going to attack your, you're going to attack your ankle and give it a nice squeeze, moving the hands in opposition. And then you're going to take the 2 hands and pat the foot gently. And then if you want, you can slap it, bringing blood flow to that foot. And then bringing that to stillness and observing how that foot feels compared to the other foot. Big difference on me. Let's go to the other foot. You're going to take your 5 toes and you're going to start flapping the toes back and forth like you're fanning yourself in the sauna or wherever. Okay, once that feels pretty good, then you're going to start taking each individual toe and massaging it from the base of the toe to the end of the nail. Oh, this should feel really good. And this is something you can do at night if you want to go to sleep and have a good night's sleep. Massage your feet, maybe put on some essential oil like lavender. And then also don't overlook any tender spots. All right, I've done all 5 toes. Now I'm going to rummage around on the under part of the toes here. And then I'm going to take the 2 thumbs, massage the big toe ball mound, the little toe ball mound as you work into the center of the foot. And then you're going to take each thumb down the inner and outer edges of the foot. You're going to massage the arch as well. And all 10 fingers can work on the heel in any way that feels good. And then you're going to take your bird beak hands and just do the top of the foot, maybe just moving up and down the troughs of the foot, between the bones of the foot. And then we adjourn to the ankle where you're doing your opposite squeezing motion, like you're wringing out a wet washcloth. Oh, this feels really lovely. And then we're going to take the 2 hands and gently pat the foot. If you want more stimulation, you can slap it. And when that feels complete, then you have 2 hopefully very happy feet. Let's go ahead and face that narrow end of the mat now. And we're going to roll it down vertebra by vertebra as you draw those knees into the chest. And let's just rock on the back body here. Oh, this should feel good. So you can massage here. I'm rocking side to side, east to west. Massaging the whole back body. And you can massage the back of the skull as well. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming to stillness, let's splay the knees apart. Just with your hands, grab the ankles or the shins, arms, the weight of the arms, opening up the hip crease. Big full breaths here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Close the knees. If you have a strap, grab your strap. And if you don't have a strap, you can grab the backs of the thighs for this, not the knees, okay? So strap users can slip it around the balls of both feet, even out the ends, and let's just get the legs nice and wide, like a big wide V, and just start rocking side to side. Very nice. So this is a nice self-soothing move, little massage again for the back body. You're opening up the hip creases, the inner thighs, and you're breathing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to center, to neutral. Legs come together. Strap can go away. One more time, grabbing those knees into the chest. And then slowly, feet go mat width apart, knees are bent. Just windshield wiper those bent knees a few times. And that's to release any tension in the lower body. Squeezing it out for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then from here, adjourning into Shavasana. Classical Shavasana is on your back, arms and legs 30 to 45 degrees. You might want to roll something under the knees to protect the low back if you have a cranky low back. If flat on the back doesn't work, feet mat width apart, knees knocked together, restorative rest pose. If on the back is impossible, rolling onto one side, stacking hips and legs, resting your head on the upper arm or perhaps a block or a cushion in a block. If you have an available wall, legs up the wall would be an option. Or you could sit in a chair, feet flat, palms resting on the thighs. The palms could be facing downward for stability and grounding, or the palms could face upward for receiving. So you decide what feels the best. And once you've organized arms and legs, just scanning the body for any residual tension that might remain, allowing the eyes to drop closed, and then noticing relaxation forming in the soles of the feet. We are at our imaginary hot tub. And that relaxation moves into the feet, the ankles, below legs, the knees, the thighs, legs and feet becoming very, very heavy. The softness moves into the hips, the pelvis, the buttocks, the low back releases. And from the belly, it moves into the waist and torso, enveloping all the vital organs, marinating all those vital organs with deep relaxation. The softness moves up the chest and into the shoulders, rolling down both arms, all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. And then it moves into the throat and the neck. And then it envelops the head, all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases. The face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light permeates every cell in the body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And while you're resting in Shavasana, here's a poem from Mary Oliver entitled Mornings at Blackwater. For years, every morning, I drank from Blackwater Pond. It was flavored with oak leaves and also, no doubt, the feet of ducks. And always it assuaged me from the dry bowl of the very far past. What I want to say is that the past is the past, and the present is what your life is, and you are capable of choosing what that will be, darling citizen. So come to the pond, or the river of your imagination, or the harbor of your longing, and put your lips to the world and live your life. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And as you are ready, drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug, and then rolling onto your favorite side and pausing there for just a few breaths in embryo posture. And on the next inhale, keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up into a comfortable seated posture, rooting the sits bones down into the earth, drawing crown of head up into sky, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day. And bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, Samastiti. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you stand in the light of your own true self. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.